crossed 1,200 crores rupees globally. But what does this blockbuster mean for theatres, footfalls and pricing power? I caught up with PVR Inox MD, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Bijli, to decode whether this is a one-off spectacle or the start of a sustained box office revival. Listen in. Well, of course, the talk of the town right now is Dhurandar, The Revenge. The movie has now hit the silver screens and the buzz around that movie is sure electric. It seems to be off to a flying start and looks like it's going to be one of those releases that can light up the box office. So curious to see how all of that buzz is actually playing out across screens and whether it's giving a nice lift to the overall box office momentum. To understand that and much more, joining us on the show is Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Bijli, the Executive Director of PVR Inox. Mr. Bijli, so good to have you on board. Before we talk about the buzz that Dhurandar has created, talk to us if you had a chance to catch that movie so far.
Yes, I have. Thank you very much. I mean, I was also fortunate enough to get tickets yesterday, late night show at 8:30, and I got to watch it with a few friends, and the response was phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed it and did not mind the 4-hour long length at all. So it's a great film, and my congratulations to Geo Studios and Aditya Dhar, Ranveer Singh, and the entire team to put this phenomenal film together.
Well, that's lovely to know, because the kind of buzz that we're seeing around the movie, at least I've had trouble securing tickets. I have to wait all the way till the weekend. But talk to us about what the demand has been for bookings. How have those early booking trends played out? As we understand, early bookings opened for this movie on the 7th of March. Since then, talk to us about what the trend has been.
Well, we actually opened the film a day prior. We had some paid previews on the Wednesday. And that went out very well. I think the box office collections, gross box office collections for that day were about 35 to 40 crores. It was played across 8,000 screens. And when we opened the bookings a week prior, 10 days prior, the response was phenomenal, as was expected, because this film was trending very well. Everyone was anticipating and looking forward to it. Yesterday was the first official day when the film played all across on all shows, starting from morning till night. And so far, the numbers that we're getting in, that it's done around 70 crores GBOC. So only over 2 days, it's done over 120, 125 crores, give and take, GBOC. So it's a phenomenal response already.
Okay, so that sounds really good. And in terms of the kind of the difficulty that we're seeing in getting tickets, I'm sure the footfalls also must be great, right? Packed shows, houseful shows all across.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, admissions have been amazing. We are expecting, at least for this film, a lifetime admissions of around 2.5 crores, out of which hopefully our cinema chain PVR Inox will be contributing about 1.1 crores. That's the kind of budget and target that we have in sight. Yes, it's going all houseful all over the country.
Absolutely. So looking really good. Mr. Bijli, we've heard about some disruptions when it comes to the playing out of this movie in certain screens. Could you address that? Could you quickly tell us what's that about?
That was only very temporary. I think the paid previews that had started on Wednesday, there were some technical issues with the print and the delivery of the print. So there was some disruptions in some centers, unfortunately, and we're all very deeply apologetic for that, those incidences, but those do happen sometimes, unfortunately. But all has been settled now, and the show started to resume on a normal way at around 8 o'clock day before, and all of yesterday the shows have been resumed very, very normally. We've got the IMAX print also. And even today, everything seems to be running very smoothly.
Okay, so that sounds good. Give us a little bit more picture, or give us some more color on how the bookings and the footfall trends are looking for Dhurandar 2 compared to its first part. Is the excitement much more this time around? And overall also, the number that you shared with us in terms of the kind of bookings or the footfalls that you're expecting this time, would those be higher than the ones that we saw for movies like KGF or RRR, Kantara, Jawan, some of the highest grossing movies of all times? Do you think this could beat all of those records as well?
I mean, for a Hindi language film, yes. I mean, the ones you mentioned, of course, were regional films. And we're all hoping, the industry collectively is hoping, not just the producers, the distributor, Geo Studios, and even us as exhibitors are hoping that this becomes the biggest Hindi language release. And for that to happen, this movie has to cross about 1,000 crores GBOC. The first one did about 800 to 820, 50, sorry, GBOC in its lifetime. And the kind of anticipation and the kind of opening we've had so far, as I said, with the 35, 40 crore on day one, 65 to 70 crore on day two, a long weekend, 2 days of holiday, then Saturday and Sunday. We are hoping that this does cross that magical number of 1,000 crores GBOC, making it one of the biggest Hindi or the biggest Hindi films of all time.
So, Mr. Bijli, all of that sounds really optimistic. We're all very excited to see what the final gross box office collection is for a movie like Dhurandar 2. Talk to us about how this translates into your F&B revenue. This metric has been quite stable for many quarters now. What's the outlook over here?
I think we're tracking pretty well according to the numbers that we had projected at the beginning of the year. Of course, F&B revenue is a major part of our total revenues. It contributes to about 30% of our revenues. So far, I think we have done about 2,000 crores revenue from F&B. Our spend per head is hovering around 150 rupees per head. And that seems to be on track. And obviously, this film is a big contributor to that F&B revenue. And we are hoping that it'll go up to that number of 150, 155 rupees per head. Since it's a long film, the interval is there. And then, historically, in a long film, people tend to consume more.
Okay, so 150, 155 is where we're pegging that F&B number to go once this movie has had some more days in the theatre. But other than that, also, Mr. Bijli, other than Dhurandar 2, there's a very interesting pipeline of movies coming up. You have the names of Drishyam 3, you have Spider-Man, Salman Khan's Mathrubhumi is also yet to hit the screens. Talk to us whether you think this buzz that Dhurandar has begun could well be sustained by the pipeline of movies that we're awaiting.
Yes, absolutely. And I think there is an audience out there for big films. I mean, these are like big screen films. And we've seen that in the past few years. Of course, there is a lot of anticipation and excitement for these big screen films, big budget films, big scale films. You mentioned a few, but in addition to that, we have the big Ramayan coming out in November this year, which is going to be phenomenal. We have Salman Khan's Mathrubhumi. We have Shah Rukh Khan's King at the end of the year. We also have all of these English films lined up, such as The Odyssey, which is by Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is a household name in India, and his last film, Oppenheimer, did about 1,000 crores box office, which is a huge number for a Hollywood film. And I think there's always an audience for these big event films, which they have now realized and which they now like to consume on the big screen. So the lineup this year is also looking phenomenal. We have Drishyam 3, as you said. We have Lahore 1947. We have a couple of Akshay Khanna films, Akshay Kumar films. So it's looking like a brilliant year for the movies this year for us.
Okay, so while that sounds really good, Mr. Bijli, talk to us about what that does to your financials. Now, Dhurandar 2 has come at such a time where you barely have a few days left in quarter 4, and most of it will spill over to the first quarter of the next financial year. Talk to us about what this does to your financials, if you could help us with some numbers here.
I think this year, the quarter ending, and of course, the year ending looks like a solid number for us, perhaps over 6,000 crores revenue. Overall, the EBITDA numbers look strong. One of the strongest in the last 4 years post-COVID. It looks to be poised to be, closing at a very healthy number. Up until Q3, we were tracking at about 770 crores EBITDA number. Of course, we'll add more in Q4 now, all courtesy Dhurandar 2. So overall, it seems like a very buoyant year and a very promising year for us. It could have been better, but there are a couple of films that actually got delayed for next year, which is the nature of the business. Toxic got pushed to June, which was supposed to come along with Dhurandar. But still, that solidifies our Q1 numbers because it's coming out in June. But overall, we are very sanguine and optimistic about where this year will end for us.
Okay, so that was the word coming in from one of the top bosses at PVR Inox, Mr. Sanjeev Kumar Bijli, talking about what the impact of Dhurandar 2 could be on the silver screens, on the occupancy of PVR, the F&B revenues, and of course, the overall financials for Q4 and FY26 and the outlook going ahead. For PVR, of course, so many movies in the pipeline right now and so much more to look forward to when it comes to the gross box office collections of all of these films put together. But on that note, viewers, time to slip into a very short break. Be right back with more news and updates on the other side.